Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Reader's Workshop. Let's read our teaching point to see what we're learning today. Teaching point. Today, I want to teach you that when a word is really tricky, sometimes it helps to get a running start to think about what might sound right. Readers can pause, that means stop, and say what's happening in the book, and reread, that means we read again, to think about what kind of word might come next. So we can use our super reader powers to help us figure out tricky words. So you remember our super reader powers chart. It says we are super readers. We have pointer power, I can read. We have reread power, that means we go back and read it again. We have partner power. You can read with a friend, mom, dad, your brother, or your sister to help you. You have picture power. That means that we look at the picture to help us with our reading. We have snap word power. That means that all of our sight words, snap words, we remember them so fast. We have sound power. That means we can look at all the letters in the word and sound them out. We have persistence power. Persistence power means that we never give up. Even though it might be really hard, we always try our best, and we can use all of these strategies to help us be super readers. And last, we have book talk power. That means that with a partner or with a friend, mom or dad, you can talk about your book to help you figure out anything that's tricky. So today we're going to read a new book, and it's called Help Me Please by Pam Holden. And as we read, we're going to stop and talk about what is happening in the book to figure out tricky parts. We can reread to help us figure out what will come next also. So to help us get our running start, let's talk about our book. This book has a pattern. And a pattern means that you're going to see the same sentence on each page. So each page is going to start by saying, come and help me with my, and then we'll have to figure out the tricky word. So let's go back and reread that again. Come and help me with my, and then we'll figure out the tricky word. One more time. Come and help me with my, and we will figure it out together. So let's start. So let's see, let's get our running start. Come and help me with my, I'm going to use picture power here. So I'm going to look at the whole page and talk about what's happening. So I see a girl and I see a boy. Oh, and something is on her table. I think this is a game. So let me go back and reread it using my picture power and reread the sentence and figure out what comes next in this sentence. Come and help me with my game. I'm right. So I used picture power to help me and figure out what word came next. Let's go to the next page now. So let's get our running start and let's start our sentence. Come and help me with my, I'm also going to use picture power for this page also because it's a little bit tricky and I'm not sure about this word. So if I look at this picture, I see a girl in a swing, but I don't think this word is swing because it starts with g, g. Then I see a boy and I see tomatoes and carrots and lettuce. I think this is a garden, garden. So let me go back and reread. Come and help me with my garden. I'm right. So picture power really helped me figure out this tricky word. Let's keep going. So let's get my running start. Come and help me with my, I don't know. I'm really not sure. Let me look at it. I see in the picture there's a dog, but that's not a dog, but I think I know another word for dog. Let me use reread power and read it again. Come and help me with my puppy. I think that's right. So reread power really helped me to go back and reread this tricky word. So let me get my running start again. Remember, this book has a pattern, so it always begins with the same sentence starter. Come and help me with my, wow, this is a really big word. I'm going to use persistence power because even though this word is so big, I'm not going to give up. So I'm going to look also at the picture. You can use more than one superpower when you're reading your book because sometimes we always need more than one to help us. So I see a girl and I see a boy, but I also see that his shoes, something is hanging from his shoes. They're not tied. And these are called, I remember, shoelaces. Wow, so persistence power really helps me not to give up and to use picture power also to help me. So now I'm going to go reread and figure out this next word. Come and help me with my shoelaces. Great job. Let's keep going to the next page. All right, here's my starter. Come and help me with my, now I'm going to use the whole page. I'm going to talk about what's happening. I see a boy and he's skating. So that doesn't start with a K. And this girl is flying a kite. And she has a speech bubble and it says help. So I think this girl needs help flying her kite. Wow, so it really helps to talk about what's going on your page and to figure out your sentence. So I had my sentence starter, my running start, and now the picture is helping me to figure out that tricky word, but I'm going to use sound power to make sure that I'm right. Come and help me with my, I noticed this word has magic E, so I'm going to sound it out. Kite. Kite. Wow, I'm right. So I use so many things to help me figure out the tricky word that came next. And you can also do the same when you're reading your books. Okay, let's keep going. So in this store, on this part of the page, I see a boy. And he is drawing and he has different colors and there's a girl reading. So I'm going to talk about what I see that's going on that can help me after I get my running start to figure out what comes next. So this boy, are those crayons? No, those are not crayons. What's another word for coloring? Oh, I think this is paint. So the boy is painting and the girl is reading. So it really helps to talk about our book to figure out tricky words in our book. So let's try to reread this sentence. Come and help me with my painting. Great job. We're doing so good using all of our powers and not giving up. And we will never get tricked because we're too smart. All right, here we go. Here I see, I'm going to talk about what I see first. I see a mom and a son. And is she baking? No, I don't know if she's baking. Is she cooking? I don't know. I'm going to use pointer power to see if I'm right. Come and help me with my, well, it's not baking. Oh, maybe cooking. Cooking. So I use pointer power to help me after my running start to figure out my tricky word. And here's the last page. And I'm going to look at the picture. Oh, and I saw this speech bubble before when the girl was flying the kite. This says help. And it says, remember, come and help me with my umbrella. So I use the picture to help me figure out these tricky words. So maybe your book has a pattern. So remember on each page, it'll start the same, but not all books have a pattern. So make sure you don't get tricked. We did such a great job using our super reader powers to not get tricked. Don't forget, you can always go back and fix your reading if you make a mistake. So your activity today is to record yourself reading one page in your book. Stop at a tricky part and talk about what is happening in your book. So use the picture to talk about what is happening inside in your book on that page. Tell us what super reader power you use to help you figure out a tricky word that you might not have known. We can't wait to see all of your great work today.